Have you ever wondered what's really in your vegetable oil? Well, buckle up, because we're diving into the slippery world of oil today. Subscribe as we expose the evils of big food and big pharma and what you can do to stay healthy when they're trying to make you sick. So, here's the scoop. Most of us have been led to believe that vegetable oil is the healthier choice. It's plant-based, right? How bad could it be? But what if I told you that the stuff you're using to saute your veggies or make your favorite cake isn't so different from the oil you put in your car's engine? Yeah, let that sink in for a moment. Vegetable oil, especially the popular ones like corn, soybean, and canola oil, are not as innocent as they seem. Their journey from plant to bottle is a long and complicated one, full of steps that would make a chemist's head spin. First, they're extracted using high heat and chemicals. Then they're refined, which involves more heat and a dash of a chemical called hexane. After that, they're bleached to get rid of the unpleasant colors. And finally, they're deodorized because, let's face it, no one wants their food smelling like a mechanic's garage. And what do we get after all this? A clear, odorless liquid that looks nothing like its original form. It's so processed, so bleached, you wouldn't be able to tell what it was in its raw state, which is, by the way, a sludge-like substance. Not exactly appetizing, is it? The point is, the vegetable oil we use in our kitchens has more in common with engine oil than with the fresh, wholesome veggies we imagine. It's a result of clever marketing and our collective ignorance about what we're putting into our bodies. So next time you're deep frying those fries, just remember you're practically using engine oil. Yummy, right? Now let's get into the nitty-gritty of this oil processing circus. Imagine a fresh, vibrant vegetable. Now picture it being squashed, boiled, bleached, and deodorized until it becomes an unrecognizable, colorless, odorless liquid. Sounds appetizing, right? That, my friends, is the magical transformation of our beloved vegetable oils. First, the vegetables are crushed under high pressure to squeeze out the oil. This is the cold pressing stage where the oil still retains most of its natural properties, but hold on, we're not done yet. Next we move to the degumming phase. This is where things start to get a little more, let's say, interesting. Here, water is added to the oil, which is then heated and stirred. This process separates the oil from the gum, a sticky substance found in the oil. Now it's time for neutralization. The oil is treated with sodium hydroxide or some other equally charming chemical to remove free fatty acids. This process gives the oil a neutral taste. I mean, who needs those pesky natural flavors anyway, right? Moving on, we have the bleaching stage. And no, we're not talking about your grandma's favorite laundry technique. Here, the oil is mixed with a type of clay that absorbs impurities and unwanted colors. After all, who wants their oil looking like it came straight from a vegetable? Finally, we reach the deodorization stage where the oil is steam distilled to get rid of any remaining odor. Because let's face it, we wouldn't want our oil smelling like anything other than, well, nothing. So after all these stages of processing, what we're left with is a clear, tasteless, odorless liquid that bears no resemblance to the fresh vegetables it once was. It's like witnessing a vegetable's identity crisis in a bottle. And there you have it, folks. The journey from fresh vegetables to a bottle of slick engine oil. Vegetable oil. Ever thought about why Big Food is so keen on pushing these oils? Well, let's spill the beans. Or should I say oil? You see, it's all about the economics. Picture this. You're a huge multinational food corporation. You've got shareholders breathing down your neck for profits. You need a cheap, versatile product that you can use in everything from salad dressings to baked goods. Enter vegetable oils, the jack of all trades in the food world. They're inexpensive to produce, have a long shelf life, and can be marketed as a healthier alternative to other fats. It's a win-win, or so it seems. But here's where the plot thickens. What Big Food doesn't want you to know is that these oils are highly processed, often bleached and deodorized, leaving them a far cry from their original state. They're so far removed from their natural form that you wouldn't recognize them. Picture a nasty sludge, yeah, not so appetizing now, is it? And it's not just about aesthetics. There's a darker side to these oils. Consuming them in large quantities can lead to a whole host of health issues, from inflammation to heart disease. They're high in omega-6 fatty acids, which, while necessary in small amounts, can cause problems when consumed in excess. And let's not forget the environmental impact of mass-producing these oils. So, why does Big Food keep pushing them? Well, it's simple. They're cheap, they're versatile, and they're easy to sell. And the health risks? Well, they're not exactly plastered on the front of the bottle, are they? It's a classic case of corporate interests outweighing public health. But hey, that's just the way the cookie crumbles, or should I say, the oil spills. So, Big Food's big secret? They're selling you engine oil disguised as health food. Talk about a plot twist. Now, let's meet the usual suspects. Corn mazola oil and canola oil. Or as I like to call them, the oil mafia. They're slick, they're smooth, and boy do they know how to make themselves look good. But don't let their glossy facade fool you. Imagine walking into a party and there they are, corn mazola and canola oil, dressed to the nines, schmoozing with everyone. They're the life of the party, they're in every dish, every snack, every tempting morsel. But here's the kicker. They're not as innocent as they seem. Just like our friend engine oil, these two have a dirty secret. They've undergone rigorous processing and bleaching, masking their true sludgy selves. They've been so transformed, you'd be hard-pressed to recognize them in their natural state. Just like how people use Coca-Cola to clean their toilets, the heavily processed vegetable oils in your cabinet came from the same place where it was used for car and engine oil. But why, you ask, are these oils so popular? Well, they're cheap to produce, they have a long shelf life, and they're versatile. They're like the Swiss Army knives of oils. But here's where the plot thickens. Despite their prevalence, these oils carry a heavy load of omega-6 fatty acids and not enough of the healthier omega-3 fatty acids. This imbalance can lead to inflammation and other health issues, and yet they're everywhere. In your chips, your cookies, your salad dressings. They're like that pesky neighbor who pops up uninvited at every barbecue. But unlike your neighbor, they're not just annoying, they're potentially harmful. So, the next time you're at the supermarket, remember this. Corn mazola and canola are the charismatic con artists of the oil world. They've got charm, they've got finesse, but they're not as good for you as they'd like you to believe. Corn mazola and canola, the Bonnie and Clyde of the oil world. Except, they're not stealing your money, they're stealing your health. Alright, it's not all doom and gloom. There are some good oils out there. Let's meet the heroes of the oil saga. Now, let's say you're a bottle of oil. You're standing on a supermarket shelf surrounded by a motley crew of other oils, all vying for the attention of discerning shoppers. But you're different, you're one of the good ones. You're olive oil, or maybe coconut, or even avocado oil. These oils, my friends, are the superheroes of the oil world. They're the Captain Americas, the Wonder Women, the Black Panthers of the oil saga. Unlike their seed oil counterparts, these oils are made from whole foods. You can squish an olive and get oil. You can squeeze a coconut and voila, oil. No industrial processing, no bleaching. Just pure, natural goodness. Now let's talk about their superpowers. Olive oil, for example, is rich in heart-healthy, monounsaturated fats and packed with antioxidants. It's like the Superman of oils, flying in to save your heart from the clutches of bad cholesterol. Then there's coconut oil, the Hulk of oils. Sure, it's got a high saturated fat content, but don't let that scare you. This is the good kind of saturated fat, the kind that can help increase your good cholesterol levels. Plus, it's got antimicrobial properties that can help fight off harmful microorganisms. And let's not forget about avocado oil, the Thor of oils. High in monounsaturated fats and vitamin E, it's a powerful antioxidant that can help improve your skin and eye health. So next time you're in the supermarket, don't be swayed by the flashy labels of corn mazola oil or canola oil. Instead, look for these superheroes of the oil world. They might not wear capes, but they're out there, ready to swoop in and save the day. So, there you have it. Not all oils are out to get you. Some are just misunderstood heroes in a world of oily villains. Well, folks, we've reached the end of our oily journey. Let's wrap this up before we slip and slide any further. We've ventured deep into the mysterious world of vegetable oil, unmasking its true identity. Remember, it's not the golden, glistening liquid they'd like you to believe it is. Behind the scenes, it's a nasty sludge, more akin to engine oil than anything else. We've delved into the processing madness. It's not just a simple press and pour operation. Oh no, it's a full-on industrial process with bleaching, deodorizing, and let's not forget the charming addition of chemicals. I mean, who doesn't love a little hexane with their salad, right? We've uncovered Big Food's big secret that our beloved vegetable oils, corn, canola, and soybean, are not the health heroes we're told they are. Instead, they're more like the villains of the piece, hiding under the cloak of healthy labels. We've pointed out the usual suspects: corn, mazola, and canola oils. They're everywhere, lurking in our pantries, ready to pounce onto our plates. But remember, just because they're familiar doesn't mean they're friendly, and we've distinguished the good, the bad, and the oily. Not all oils are created equal. Some, like olive oil and coconut oil, are actually good for you. So don't let the bad guys tarnish the reputation of the whole oily gang. We've spilled the oil, folks, and it's been a slippery ride, but it's essential to know the truth about what's in our food. Because, let's face it, ignorance may be bliss, but it's not particularly healthy. And on a lighter note, consider this. Next time you're stuck with a rusty hinge, you might just reach for the salad dressing. It might do the trick. Remember, folks, knowledge is power. And in this case, it might just save you from a lifetime of eating engine oil. Subscribe and let me know what you think of this video. Stay slick, people.